Hello, I'm Mae Bradshaw from the Rotary Club of Exeter, New Hampshire. I have the honor of serving District 7780 as Global Grant Coordinator for 2016 to 2019. In the next 10 minutes, I will talk you through the Rotary Foundation 2017 Grants Seminar for Global Grants. We will focus on 4 basic areas. First, how to qualify your club to apply for a global grant. Second, how to apply. Third, how to satisfy the global grant requirements for community assessments, project sustainability, project evaluation, and how your grant application will be evaluated by the team at Rotary Foundation in Evanston. Fourth, how to report on the project and satisfy the financial requirements. What is a global grant? It is a long-term project representing a multiple-year partnership between 2 Rotary clubs in 2 different countries. It must start with a community assessment, establishing the need for the project. It must be sustainable by the community after Rotary leaves. The outcomes and sustainable differences made must be measurable. It must align with at least one of Rotary's 6 areas of focus. It requires Rotarians to be actively involved with community members in the location of the project. It must be at least $30,000 in size, with a minimum request to the Rotary Foundation of $15,000. It must meet all of the other Rotary Foundation terms and conditions for grants. Examples of global grants currently moving forward in District 7780 are, for example, Biddeford Sackos, bringing learning materials and teaching to the children of Syrian refugees residing in Jordan. Or Sanford Springvale's working with local community leaders in India to build dams to capture groundwater and rain runoff to provide villages with potable water. York's sending an oncology team with supplies to establish an oncology clinic in Uganda. Or Brunswick's working with school and healthcare workers in Zambia to provide school children with checkups and basic health care. How did these global grants get started? Building a relationship with the members of the community and of the local Rotary Club at the location of the project is the key to success of a global grant project. Your club will need to raise $10,000 in cash from 1 or more clubs inside or outside of the district. That will be the minimum to be able to get to the $30,000 global grant threshold. Identity with an area of focus your project will qualify for is crucial, as each area has its own set of requirements. For that reason, it's easier to focus on only one area for each project. All of these requirements are clearly set out in the Grants Management Manual online, and you can always contact me with questions. Each of the 2 clubs, the host club at the location of the project and the international club, meaning our district club, must both be qualified. To qualify, your club must do 6 things each year. 1. At least 2 club members must take the online learning management seminar on Rotary.org's Learning Center. 2. A club must appoint a club foundation chair and identify that chair to the district governor-elect. 3. A club must establish on Rotary Central a financial goal for the club's donation to the annual fund of the Rotary Foundation. 4. The Memorandum of Understanding on the Foundation drop-down tab of Rotary7780.org must be signed and implemented. 5. The club's dues to the district and the RI must be paid up. 6. The club must be current with all reports on any of its other grants. What is a community needs assessment? Before you begin down what is sometimes a long and twisting road to global grant approval, your club wants to be certain that the solution you've come up with is for a problem that the community wants solved. For the community needs assessment, talk to everyone available and use the locals for their knowledge and input to think long-term, multi-year. Because of cultural differences, the local community may not see things as you do, so your needs assessment must focus on what the community believes is important to them. The solution must solve the problem, not just chip away at it. There must be training of the people who will remain behind so that the locals can continue the project after Rotary leaves. Your project must be sustainable. The Rotary Foundation does not want to invest in projects which will have to be repeated every couple of years. The Foundation will challenge your grant application with the question, what happens to your club's project after the Rotarians go away? The more involved the local community is in the project, the more buy-in and the greater the sustainability. Projects should be locally sourced to ensure replacement parts and knowledge is assured for future sustainability. Funding sources should be created to ensure sustainability. For example, charging a small fee to parents for book or uniform replacement in a literacy project. All projects should include a skills transfer to locals for the project's sustainability. What a great result if the project provides incentives for local ownership. How will you know if your project has made a difference? Clear and measurable outcomes tied to the real needs of the community relate to the project goals and the baseline data collected in the community needs assessment. The critical project measures and the data to support outcomes should be identified in the application. Many global grants utilize cooperating organizations to gather the data. A cooperating organization is a non-Rotary organization or academic institution, usually in the locale. It can provide advocacy, training, and expertise for the duration of the grant. If a cooperating organization is part of the grant, it must also sign a memorandum of understanding, which would be submitted along with the grant application. Drafting the application occurs entirely online. The details of your plans should be in order before you begin that draft. Each question must be answered specifically and in sufficient detail to support issues of eligibility and of sustainability. The Memorandum of Understanding signed by the participants must identify a separate bank account and a financial plan for the global grant. Once the application is approved and funded by the Foundation, a written update is required to be sent to the Foundation every 6 months until the final report is approved. Thank you for your time reviewing this overview. Marty Hellman, District Foundation Chair, and I, May Bradshaw, Global Grants Coordinator, are available to assist you along the way as you develop your project and your application and arrive at the final report of your successful global grant. Thank you for your Rotary service.